Jacob Marley was dead to begin with, as dead as a doornail. Of that, there was no doubt. In life, Marley had been business partners with my employer, Ebenezer Scrooge. For Marley, Scrooge had been his sole administrator, his sole executor, his sole assign, his sole friend, and sole mourner. Scrooge never had scratched out old Marley's name. There it stood, years afterwards, above the warehouse door. Scrooge and Marley. As for living acquaintances, Scrooge had no more than myself, Bob Cratchit, his loyal clerk, and a nephew, Fred.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Ah, humbug.
Christmas humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
Merry Christmas. Right have you to be merry. You're poor enough.
Well, what reason have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Ah, humbug.
Oh, don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in such a world as this? Merry Christmas. Out upon Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money? You find yourself another year older and not an hour richer. I could work my will. Every idiot who goes about with the word Merry Christmas written on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew, please. You keep Christmas in your own way. Let me keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. What good may it do you? Good it has ever done you.
There are many things from which I may have derived good, by which I've not profited. I dare say Christmas among the rest. But I'm sure I've always thought Christmas is a good time. A kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. It's the only time I know of when men and women open their shut hearts freely and think of people below them as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave. And therefore, Uncle, though it's never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good and will do me good. And to that I say, God bless him.
Let me hear another sound from you, Cratchit, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're a powerful speaker, dear nephew. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with Lillie and I tomorrow.
You and Lillie. Why did you get married?
Why? Because I fell in love.
Love. So one thing more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas. Good afternoon.
Nay, Uncle, please, you must come.
Good afternoon.
I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we be
Good
friends?
afternoon.
Very well. A Merry Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas, sir.
And a Merry Christmas to you,
Good
Uncle.
afternoon.
And a happy
Good afternoon!
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. If I have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Marley.
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago, this very night.
Well, I'm sure his liberality is well represented by his surviving business partner. At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we pay a small pittance to help the poor and needy. Many thousands are in want of common necessaries, and many hundreds of thousands are in want of common comfort.
Are there no prisons?
There are plenty of prisons, sir.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are, though I wish to say they were not.
The treadmill and poor law in full vigour then?
Both very busy, sir.
Good. I was afraid they'd stopped. I'm glad to hear otherwise.
Well, nonetheless, a few of us are endeavouring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat, drink, and means of warmth. What can I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain alone?
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I support the establishments I have mentioned. They cost enough. Those who are badly off must go there.
But so many can't go there, many would rather die.
If they'd rather die, they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, sir.
Good King Wistons, look out at the festive Stephen, when there's snow lays around about, and Christmas Eve, brightness shows the penny for the song, Governor.
Get out! You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose?
If
quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient. It's not fair. If I have to take half a crown for it, you think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound. And yet, you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It's just the one day, sir. Besides, other businesses will be closed that we don't do business with.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But still, I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next one.
Yes, sir. Scrooge returned to the chambers that once belonged to his ex-partner, Marley. They were a gloomy suite of rooms, very old, very dreary, and the house's darkness was cheap. Scrooge liked it that way.
Humbug. Humbug. It's all humbug. I won't believe it. Oh, now, what do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Marley? Can you sit down?
I can.
Do it then.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because the littlest thing can affect them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. You could be a bit of undigested beef, a blob of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you.
Ah!
Mercy! Dreadful apparition. Why do you trouble me?
Man of worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. But why do spirits walk the earth, and why do they come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. It is doomed to wander the earth and witness what it cannot share.
You are fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chains I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it of my own free will, and of my own free will I wear it. Is its pattern strange to you? Or would you know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It was as heavy and as long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago. You have laboured on it since. It is a ponderous chain.
Jacob, tell me no more. Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give. I cannot stay. I cannot linger anywhere. My spirit never roved beyond our counting house, never travelled beyond the narrow limits of our money-changing hole. Weary journeys lie before me.
7 years dead, travelling all the time?
The whole time, captive, bound, and double-ironed, not to know that no space of regret can make amends for one life's opportunities misused.
You were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business. Ah, mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, Forbearance and benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a drop of water in the ocean of my business. But hear me now, my time is nearly gone.
I will, but don't be hard upon me, Jacob.
I am here to warn you that you have yet a chance at escaping my fate, a chance and hope of my procuring Ebenezer.
You were always a good friend to me, Jacob. Thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow night when the bell tolls 1.
Couldn't I take them all at once and get it over?
Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more. Look that, for your own sake, you remember what has passed between us.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who are you then?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
And what business has brought you here?
Your welfare.
A night of unbroken rest would have been more beneficial to my welfare.
Your reclamation, then. Take heed. Bear but a touch of my hand, and you shall be upheld in more ways than this. And so Scrooge found himself stood within a mansion of dull red brick, with a little weather vane upon the roof and a bell hanging below. It is a large house, but one of broken fortunes. Spacious offices were little used, the walls damp and mossy, the windows cracked, the gate broken, but he recognized it.
My goodness! My whole school!
Do you remember this place?
Remember it? I could walk it blindfolded. There's Mr. Sykes. He taught classics. Mr. Sykes! Mr. Sykes!
These are but the shadows of things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. Many of the boys may be travelling home this Christmas. Indeed, they're wishing a Merry Christmas out upon Merry Christmas, but what has Christmas ever done for you? School is not quite deserted, however. The solitary boy, neglected by his friends, remains there still.
Yes. I wish that it's too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing. Just there was a boy singing a Christmas carol at my door last night. I should like to have given him some money, that's all.
Let us see another Christmas.
Ebenezer! I've come to bring you home, dear brother.
Home, little fella?
Yes, home for good, home for ever and ever. Father is so much kinder now than he used to be. He sent me in a coach to bring you home. You're to be a man.
Always a delicate creature, one whom which a breath of air might have withered, but she had a large heart.
So she had
She died a woman, and had, I think, children.
one child.
True, your nephew.
Yes. Fred.
Well then, do you recognize this place?
Recognise it? Why, I was an apprentice here. There he is. Oh, Fezziwig himself, bless his heart.
Oh, I do love these Christmas parties. I see we should have them twice a year. Ebenezer, come! I'd like to introduce you to Belle.
Pleased to meet you.
And you.
Oh, would you look at that? The Roger Conley's about to start. You two should join up. Go! Ha ha! What a lovely little Christmas we shall have ourselves.
Only a small matter to make these silly folks so full of joy.
Small.
Is it not? You have just spent just a few of your mortal pounds to give this man such praise?
It isn't that, Spirit. It was his power to render us happy or unhappy, to render our service light or burdensome. It was his power lying in looks and words. The power is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
What is the matter?
It's nothing particular.
It is something, I think.
No. It's just, I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clock just now, that's all.
My time grows short. Quick! And Scrooge found himself stood once again. He was older now, a man in the prime of his life. His face had not yet the signs of care and avarice. There was a greedy, eager look in his eye, which showed where pleasure had taken root, and where the growing tree may fall. He was not alone, however, but stood beside a fair young maiden in mourning dress, in whose eyes there were tears.
It matters little. To you, very little. Another idol has replaced me. And if it can cheer and comfort you in time to come, as I would have tried to do, then I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has replaced you?
A golden one.
This is the even-handed dealing of the world. There is nothing on which it is so hard on as poverty, and there is nothing it condemns more severely than the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. I have seen all your nobler aspirations fall off, one by one, until the master passion, gain, has engrossed you. Have I not?
What then? Even if I've grown so much wiser, what then? I've not changed towards you.
Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so, until we could improve our worldly possessions by our patient industry. You are changed. When it was made, you were another man.
I was a boy.
I release you, Ebenezer. With a full heart, for the love of him you once were.
Spirit, show me no more. Take me home. Why do you delight to torture me?
I told you, these are things that have been. They are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. I cannot bear it. Take me back and hood me no longer. Pudding?
Ho! Come in, and know me better, man.
Who? Who's there?
I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. Have you ne'er seen my kind before?
Never.
Never seen my younger siblings born in these later years?
I'm afraid I have not. Have you had many siblings, Spirit?
More than 1,800!
A tremendous family to provide for. Well then, Spirit, conduct me where you will. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, then let me profit by it.
Is it animal?
Yes.
Is it found on a farm?
No.
In the city?
Usually.
Is it a handsome fool?
Ha! Certainly not.
A cat?
No.
A dog?
No.
Is it an unwanted creature?
Often.
A mouse?
No.
A rat?
No.
A cockroach?
Oh dear, it's too wonderful.
I know. An unwanted creature, but not a mouse, rat, or cockroach.
Then what?
Well, it's Fred's uncle Ebenezer.
Yes. He said the Christmas was a humbug as I lived. He believed it too.
Well, more shame for him, Fred.
Yes, well, my uncle's given us plenty of merriment, I'm sure, and it would be ungrateful not to drink to his health. And so, Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
Now come, there's one more Christmas for us to see. And so perhaps it was the Spirit had in showing the great power of his, or perhaps it was his kind, great, hearty nature with all poor men that led them to Scrooge's clocks, Bob Cratchit's dwelling.
As good as gold and better. Somehow he gets thoughtful, sitting alone by himself so much. He says the strangest things that you ever heard. He said to me, coming home, that he should hope that everyone at church saw him for his illness, because it might do them good to remember upon Christmas Day who fed the hungry and healed the sick.
Oh, how sweet.
Now come, sit yourself down.
Oh, my dears, Merry Christmas. God bless us.
Yes, God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Spirit, tell me, if Tiny Tim will live.
I see in the distant future, up in the poor chimney corner, a crutch well preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, no, kind spirit, say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my kind will find him. What then, if he were to die? He had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Man, if man you be in heart, will you decide what men shall live and what men shall die? For millions, like that poor man's child, are a better fit for the sights of heaven than a worthless.
Mr. Scrooge!
Bob?
I'll give you Mr. Scrooge, founder of the feast.
Founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had him here, you know. I'd give him a right piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he had a good appetite for it too.
My dear, Tiny Tim, Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, I am sure, on which we should feast to such a stingy, cold, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. No, he is, Robert. Nobody knows that better than you do.
My dear, Christmas Day.
Fine. I'll drink to his health. For your sake and for the day, not for his. Long life to him. I hope he has a very Merry Christmas and a happy New Year, I have no doubt.
Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
Come, my life upon this globe grows near. It ends tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight, at midnight, and with the toll of the final bell, I shall leave you with your final spectre.
I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You are about to show me the shadows of things that have not been, but will be in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Spirit, I fear you more than any spectre I have seen, but as I know your purpose is to do me good, and as I hope to live to be another man from what I was, I am prepared to bear your company, and to do so with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Well then, Spirit, lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is a precious time to me. Lead on, Spirit.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead. When did he die? Last night, I believe. What was even the matter with him? God knows. Then again, I thought he never died. Well, what has he done with his money? I haven't heard. Left it to his company, perhaps?
Well, I know he has not left it to me. That's all I know.
It's bound to be a very cheap funeral. I don't know of anyone who would go to it. Suppose we volunteer.
I do not mind going. As long as lunch is provided. Well, old Scratch got he's got his own at least, eh?
Spirit, I think I know those men, but tell me, who is the poor wretched soul that they speak of?
Mrs. Dilber, come in.
How's it, old Joe?
Oh, you know me, I always give too much to the ladies, it's a weakness of mine, yeah. Ooh, and what do you call these, eh, Mrs. Dilber?
Bed curtains.
You mean to say you took these down while he was just lying there?
I did.
You was born to make your fortune, and you certainly shall do it.
Well, I shan't hold my hand where I can get something for it. Ah, don't you go getting grease on them blankets now?
His blankets? Oh!
Well, who else do you think? Nah, he won't be feeling the cold without them now, I dare say.
Well, I certainly hope he didn't die of anything catchy.
Now, give over. Besides, I ain't so fond of his company that I'd loiter about. Here. You look through that shirt to your eyes ache, and you won't find one hole in it. Was the best he had would have been wasted only for me.
Wasted? How do you mean wasted?
Some was full enough to put it on him to be buried in. But I took it off him. It's the end of it, you see. He frightened everyone away while he was alive. Only to profit us now that he's dead.
Spirit, I see. The case of this unhappy man might be my own, but this is a fearful place. In leaving it, I shall not leave its lesson. Trust me, let us go!
Oh, Bob.
Emily?
So how was it?
It's good. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you some good to see how green of a place it is. Though you see it often. Promised him we'd walk there on a Sunday. My poor little child, my little child!
Oh, Bob! I promised myself I wouldn't show you weak eyes upon your return, but I know how much you loved him.
Yeah. I saw my master's nephew there. There's an extraordinarily kind man. He knows that I was down. Asked me what was wrong. And I told him being the pleasantest spoken man that you ever did hear. And he sent condolences to me, my brave, caring wife. Now he shan't be forgotten, our son. I shall remember fondly how patient, child he was. Such a little child. And we shall never forget poor tiny Tim.
No. Never, love.
Spirit, something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. Tell me, who was it we saw lying dead? Before I draw nearer to the name to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that may be, or the shadows of things that will be? Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends, to which, if preserved in, they must lead. But if the course is departed from, the ends must change. Say it is thus with what you show me. Ebenezer Scrooge. Am I the man who lay upon the bed? No, Spirit, no! Spirit, hear me. I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I must have been but for this intercourse. Why show me all this if I am beyond all hope? Good Spirit, your nature intercedes for me and pities me. Assure me that I yet may change these shadows by an altered life. I will keep Christmas all the year and honor it in my heart. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they taught me. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on this stone. Please, Spirit, I can change. I promise. What is this? Wait. Please, have mercy. I can change. Please, can you not hear me? Please, I beseech you. I will change. I'm home. Well, at least these are my bedposts. The bed is my own. The room is my own. Oh, I will live in the past, the present, and the future. I will not shut out the lessons that all three taught me. Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven in the Christmas time be praised for this. I say it on my knees, oh Jacob, on my knees. Ah, the curtains. They're still here, not torn down, rings and all. They are here. I am here. The shadows of what may have been dispelled. They will be. I know they will. I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather, as happy as an angel, as merry as a schoolboy. I'm as giddy as a drunken man. A Merry Christmas to everybody, and a Happy New Year to all the world. games. Merry Christmas. Ah, you there, boy. What's today?
Huh?
What's today, my fine fellow?
Well, today it's Christmas, sir.
Christmas Day. You mean I haven't missed it? The spirits have done it all in one night. Well, they can't do that sort of thing, you know.
Right?
Now, do you know the pub is at the corner?
Yeah, I sure hope I did.
Ah, remarkable boy. An intelligent boy. Do you know whether they still have the prize turkey hanging up in the window? Not the little prize turkey, the big one.
Yeah, it's still hanging up there.
Is it? Go and buy it.
Walker.
No, I'm in earnest. Go and buy it and give them the directions to take it here that I may tell them where to take it. Come back with the bird and I'll give you a shilling. Come back within 5 minutes and I'll give you half a crown.
Now you're talking.
I shall send it to Bob Cratchit's house and he shan't know who sent it. I mean, it must be twice the size of Tiny Tim. Ah, my dear sir, allow me to ask for your pardon.
Mr. Scrooge.
The very same. Now, if you would be so good as to...
My lord, Mr. Scrooge, I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Bless you, sir. Bless you. And a very Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Scrooge. And in full merriment, Scrooge walked the streets and watched people walk to and fro, and he found everything that could yield him pleasure. And by the afternoon, he found himself at his nephew's house.
Is it animal?
Yes.
A cat?
No.
A dog.
No.
Is it an unwanted creature?
Often.
A mouse.
No.
A rat.
No.
A cockroach.
Oh dear, it's too wonderful.
Wait, I know. An unwanted creature, but not a mouse, rat, or cockroach.
Then what?
Well, it's friends.
Uncle. Why, bless my soul. Hello, Fred. I've come to dinner. May I join you? And so, Scrooge was at home at this wonderful party with wonderful games and wonderful happiness. But he was early at the office next morning. He got there first thing to catch Bob Cratchit coming in late again. That was the thing he'd set his heart upon. Aha! 1:15 and still no sign of Bob. Ooh, this should be good. Ah, Cratchit. What do you mean by coming here at this time of day? I'm very sorry, sir. You are behind your time.
It's just, I was speaking to Mother Mary yesterday, that's all.
Look here. I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I am about to raise your salary.
Please! I beg your pardon. Have I gone messenger?
A Merry Christmas, Bob. Yes, I shall raise your salary and endeavour to assist your struggling family. We shall discuss your affairs this afternoon over some good warm food. Now come, let us make the most of this day.
And from that day forth, Scrooge was as good as his word and better. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he became a second father. He was as good a master, as good a friend, and as good a man as the good old city knew. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.